managers argue there is useful expertise in the private sector. Kevin Reid reports.
Who's NHS?
Protesters today outside a meeting of NHS managers in Hensford. They fear a £1.2 billion contract for cancer and end-of-life care is soon to be given to a consortium made up of a private company, Interserve, and 2 NHS trusts.
Thank you very much.
They also handed over a petition signed by more than 63,000 supporters. The protesters here today say this is a crude attempt to try to privatise the NHS via the back door. They're vowing to do all they can to stop that happening.
The private company is out to make a profit. That's what you want a private company to do. Now, I'm not a profit opportunity, I'm a patient. And I think all patients deserve to know that the people in charge of their services are looking to their best interests, not to the bottom line of a balance sheet.
But inside there was a different take and a belief that the private sector does have something to offer.
The debate's never been for me about privatisation. The debate's always been about improving outcomes and experience for patients, because in Staffordshire, if you actually look at the outcomes in the areas that we're looking at in cancer care, they're not as good as the rest of the UK, and they're certainly way below the rest in Europe. We've now got a consortium that's a mix of the NHS and the private sector, so we're putting the skills together of all those organisations, and we think that's a really good development.
I just lay there looking at the expression on their faces. One deadly serious, the other sympathetic.
One of the speakers today was Sarah Perry, who's recently survived breast cancer. She fears she may need the NHS again in the future.
I want to know that the same service is there for me in the future if I need it. So the thought of being under the care of companies whose prime motivation is to make profit is actually pretty scary as an individual person, as a patient.
A final decision is due to be made in December, and if awarded, the contract will run for the next 10 years. Kevin Reid, BBC Midlands Today, Staffordshire.